What's the story, Morning Glory? What is the word, Hummingbird? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and joining me for this very quick conversation about Married at First Sight. So one of my subscribers, Deborah, she had put me up on game on watching the after party. Now, normally I would not watch the after party because it's just after 2 hours of Married at First Sight and all of the slow motions and the unnecessary scenes and all of the too long conversation, all of that after 2 grueling hours of Married at First Sight, I am not trying to look at any of those faces for another 30 minutes. So, but Deborah put me up on game. She let me know that, hey, there's a lot going on in the after party that adds a lot of information to the show. So I think I'm going to start watching it. And if they talk about anything interesting, I'm definitely going to come back here and talk about it. So I did watch last week's after party with Keisha Knight Pulliam, Airris, Chris, and Domynique. And what I wanted to talk about is Airris. First of all, they didn't talk about his age, but just a little side note. Do y'all believe that Airris is actually 39 years old? The more I look at him, the more I see him, the more that we're getting to know him, I'm beginning to seriously doubt that Airris is 39 years old. Also, they talked about his attraction to Jasmine, and this is what blew me away. He said that he is still trying to figure it out regarding his attraction to her, and that Jasmine is not typically his type. And I'm thinking to myself, if she's not typically your type, then what the hell is your type? Because it seems like she would check all the boxes of what a guy like him would be looking for. She has a pretty face. She has a nice body. She dresses very nice. Her makeup was nice. Her hair was nice. What is not your type? I mean, what is it about her that's not your type? Now, I mean, anybody can have any kind of type they want, whatever. But I'm just trying to figure out, that you're on this show, they're going to match you with a stranger, right? And you're hoping and praying that you don't get, Quasimodo. And that's all. If I was going to go on a show like Married at First Sight, I would just be like, just please don't give me Quasimodo. I'll take anything that's more attractive than Quasimodo. But what is it about Jasmine that's not your type? And I'm beginning to wonder if that's the reason why at their dinner, when they were having their dinner at the reception, he wasn't really looking at her. He was, looking at the guest. He wasn't making any eye contact with her. And maybe that's why he's so quick to consummate their marriage, because he's like, well, I'm not really attracted to her, so let me just get what I can out of this. I don't know. Yeah, I know that sounds really, really crass. I do apologize for that. But I'm just trying to understand, like, maybe she's too athletic. Maybe she's too fit for him. And he said that he had dated, he's been with various types of women. And I think he gave some examples. I forgot what he said, but I was just shocked that he said that Jasmine was not his type. When we have seen the kind, there are some people on the show where you are literally like on pins and needles, anticipating how their bride or their groom is going to react when they see them, because you just know it's not going to be good, right? I saw nothing wrong with Jasmine. I saw nothing wrong with any of these brides. I felt like, well, I'll take it back. I was a little bit worried about Nicole, because Nicole, her eyes are extremely intense. But other than that, I saw nothing wrong with any of these brides. And I was like, the grooms are going to be very pleased when they see their brides. So that really threw me for a loop. And, Chris, he said that he's not a quitter in relationships. Once again, that's giving me, clingy obsessiveness. He says that he allows relationships to continue longer than they should. So when he knows that it's time for it to end, he's still in it. Okay, that also gives me clinginess, obsessiveness, not willing to let go when it's time to let go. Now, Domynique, she said that Mac's mom is actually nice. Girl, I have to see it to believe it. She said that Mac's mom is actually nice, and they get along really great. They exchanged phone numbers. Girl, I got to see it to believe it. And then Keisha Knight Pulliam told Domynique, did you know that His mother offered him $50,000 to not go through with Married at First Sight. And she said she didn't know that. A person who would do something like that is a person who thinks that they can solve anything with money. That they can just buy, everybody has a price and they can all be bought off. That's a really nice woman. She offered her own son $50,000 to not go through a matchmaking experience, because that tells me that she's extremely particular about the type of woman her son chooses to be with, and that she's very much involved in her son's love life, extremely, like, overly involved with it. If she felt like she needed to offer $50K to her kid to not go through with this, because any normal parent would be like, you know what, it's not something that I would do, but hey, if this is what you want to do, you know, go for it. If this is where your heart is leading you and this is what you want to experience, go for it. You know, it might work out, it might not work out, but this is your life to live. That's what I'm not going to offer my child money to not do something that I don't want them to do. But she says that, oh, Mac's mom, she's really, really nice. I've yet to see it. The only thing positive about Mac's mother is that, you know, obviously she loves her son a lot, and she's very concerned about his happiness, and, you know, she wants her son to be happy. So that really threw me for a loop. But Airris and Jasmine, oh no. Well, you know what? It was oh no a long time ago. I kind of started, you know, accepting the fact that, you know, this is not going to be my favorite couple. Airris has a lot of issues, and I'm just over it. Now, I don't know who I'm actually rooting for. I'm kind of rooting for Shaquille and Kirsten, because if Kirsten can let down her walls, and if she can give this man a chance and not be so focused on the fact that he has a bald head and he may not physically be her type, that relationship, I think, could go so far. And Nicole and Chris, the jury's still out on Chris. Okay, I have now written Chris off as, you know, someone with some, you know, like, problematic. I have not written him off yet. The jury is still out on Chris. So for sure, I'm rooting for Kirsten and Shaquille if Kirsten can really give this man a chance. And a distant second is Chris and Nicole, because they are really cute together. On the surface, they get along so well. On the surface, they are perfect for each other. But I think there's some underlying issues with Chris. Maybe there isn't. I could be wrong. Maybe there isn't. But I feel like there's like little tiny red flags with Chris. Not a lot, not big glaring ones, but very, very tiny, barely there little red flags with Chris. And Domynique, man, Mac's mom offered him money to not go through with this. And I know, y'all, look, sometimes you got to call a thing a thing. I know that the mother, I know her let me just put it like this. I feel like if you know what, I'm not even going to put this on. I don't know this woman, so I'm not going to say it. I don't know her personally, and I don't want to make any assumptions about people. I'm not even going to say it, but I'm just wondering, could there have been any type of bride that they could have chosen for her son that would have made her be more accepting of this process? That's all I'm going to ask. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I'm hopefully, you know, all of you will come back to watch my review for next Wednesday, when I think it's going to be episode 4. We can all, you know, get into the comments together and talk about it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. And yeah, so I will definitely be talking to you again next Wednesday. Thank you so much. On your way out, don't forget to rate the video if you like this content. Please go ahead and subscribe, and I will definitely talk to you later. Bye.